How does an ink and key naming project work? This video is a little bit longer version, and I'm going to go over with you some of the things that we talk about together if we got on a Zoom call. So the first thing you need to do if you want to start a naming project with us is go to our website, ink&key.com. If you're not already there, find our naming page, select a package, make your payment. So that's the first thing you need to do. Once we receive your payment, then we're going to send you our naming questionnaire. You'll complete that questionnaire. And what's kind of nice about it is that the questionnaire lives on a link, and you can share that link with other team members or anyone else that needs to contribute answers to the questionnaire or that just wants to look it over. So as long as everyone clicks Save Draft on the questionnaire, you'll be fine. And when you're ready and you feel good about your answers, then you can submit that to us. Once we receive your questionnaire, we're going to send you our next steps email, which is going to tell you all the things that you can expect next. And in that email, we're going to say, we ask for 48 hours to get ideas ready for you. Now, once we receive your questionnaire, if you have asked for a non-disclosure agreement, we take care of that first. And then we set up your naming project for you on Slack in a free Slack workspace. Most people are familiar with Slack, but if you're not, it's an online collaboration platform, very user-friendly. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask, and I'll be glad to help you with that. So we'll set up your Slack workspace, and then my naming team onboards the project, and each person on the naming team creates a private channel, which just looks like their name with a lock next to it, and that's where they start putting their ideas. And in 48 hours, we're going to send you an email with an invitation to the Slack workspace. And you can share that invitation, share that link with anybody else on your team, colleagues or partners or anyone else that you'd like to have come and join you on the naming project. So just share that link, and then the more the merrier, and you guys come and join us on Slack. So when you arrive on Slack, you'll be in the general channel, which is kind of like the living room. And you'll see your naming brief. And as soon as we see that you're there, we'll start adding you to private channels so you can start talking to each person on the team and giving them individual feedback. So what we ask for you to do is at least the first couple of rounds of ideas. And when I say rounds of ideas, most people are going to give you 3 to 5 ideas to start with. So you'll see each channel, you'll go in there, you might be in Lauren's channel, and she'll say, hi, here's my first few ideas for you. She'll give you the name, she'll give you some domain options, she might give you an explanation for her thinking behind the name, and then you'll give her feedback about these names. You'll tell her what's resonating, what's not. And so we ask that you give individual feedback at least the first 2 rounds. We also understand that if you're busy, if nothing else, please just give like a little check mark emoji to each person, just so they know that you've stopped by their channel and viewed their ideas. You can also give group feedback in the general channel and just tell everyone how you're feeling about the names so far, if you want everyone to move in a certain direction or move away from a certain direction. One thing too, I always like to share with people when I get a chance is that because my naming team is very diverse, meaning they have different skills, different gifts, different life experiences, different occupations, and they all have a different and unique approach to name creation, which I think that's part of the magic of what we do here is because of the diversity of the team and how they approach naming. And so what you'll notice is you'll probably see there are a few people where you're like, wow, they really get me. Like they totally understand where I'm going with this name. And at the same time, you might notice a few people that you might be like, oh, those ideas are terrible. Did they even read my brief? And I just want you to understand that's part of the process, and that's sort of the beauty of having a diverse team. There are going to be some people that are going to really dial in to you and what you're looking for, and there may be some people that are sort of outside of that. But I think that's what's nice is that our team can offer you a really broad perspective, and then it's up to you to sort of choose the direction you want to head in. So you'll be giving individual feedback, you'll be giving group feedback, and I also have a private channel, and you can interact with me and we can talk together about your shortlist. If your package includes calls, then we can hop on a call and I can help you sort of begin narrowing things down so we can help you create your first short list. One thing I want to say about the decision-making process is I want to make sure that you have clear expectations about that. Some people will step into a naming project with the expectation that when the right name appears, there's going to be bells and whistles and cupids and hearts, and it's going to be love at first sight, and they're just going to know this is the name. But the reality of the situation is that's not usually how it happens. A naming decision is just a marketing decision. It should be based on objective criteria. I can help you think through some questions you need to ask, but you kind of just need to be thinking, does this name have the ability to hold what I want my brand to become? So just try to remove that love at first sight expectation, and it'll be a lot easier to narrow things down and create a really good short list. So I hope this is helpful. There are all kinds of other things we can talk about as far as making that final decision, but just know that the team and I are here to support you through the whole naming process. And please do schedule a call with me if you want to talk more in depth about your naming project, and I'm here to help.